Hello guys, welcome to Smiles and Cries. Today we're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. So come here. What's to love is how highly satisfying this movie is from the very first to the very last second when it comes to delivering what it says on the tin. We're talking about amazing action sequences, top drawer chemistry between the leads, a weak storyline, but yeah. Tune in for this review for the overall lowdown. A chilled out Wade Wilson toils away, eking his way through civilian life for these days as the talented and morally flexible mercenary Deadpool, a long and distant memory behind him. But then Deadpool is offered a place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by the Time Variance Authority. Deadpool then decides instead to recruit a variant of Wolverine on a quest to save his universe from extinction, and when his home world faces an existential threat. Thus, without further ado, Wade must now reluctantly suit up again, but not alone, comrades. In this crazy, action-packed blast of a film, he teams up with an even more reluctant Wolverine. Cue Hugh Jackman, who enters stage left and plays the perfect Wolverine. One of the film's strengths is the great acting, and Reynolds, in returning to the role of Deadpool, has again showed his unsurpassed skill, balancing on the edge of sarcasm, his great fighting, his customary black humour, and his overall sincerity. He is brash, witty, crazy, and, as always, so unpredictable, with Jackman back as Wolverine, who lends a unique charisma and depth in this particular film. And he too shows how a hero has come such a long way. The entire team behind this movie have not held back. They have not hesitated a second to go all in, full guns blazing on this one. They have thrown the proverbial kitchen sink in there, the dialogue, the crazy stunts, the fight after fight, and everything else that they could get their little paws onto in the making of this one. I'll tell you, it is a blast from start to finish. Even more enjoyable is the whole emotional layer of it, and the really fun connections, and the badass screen presence from the characters that is the backbone of this adrenaline adventure feast. This was a crazy ass fun movie with the dialogue, the fighting, the clever quips, and a healthy smattering of those F-bombs strewn throughout and sprinkled right into the heart of this film. Watch this film for the fun and the no holds barred ride that it is, as the film definitely does not take itself too seriously. And as for the speaking to the camera jokes, all the cheeky winks to the audience, especially if you connect with the characters, they're just gold dust. Their previous iterations, a comeback, and the introduction of various characters as well was also well done and really good to see. Deadpool and Wolverine make a dynamic duo, and their fight scenes are worth watching for the entrance fee alone. The fight scene in the car is just brilliant. Fun, feisty, gory, and entrenched with bloody, bone-crunching, smashing violence. It is just bonkers in the nicest possible way. So in between all of the one-liners and the constant flow of top-notch jokes, there is this chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and this ultimately delivers with a solid punch and knocks this film out of the park. I mean, the outrageous, unbelievable WTF fight scene towards the end of the movie is a feast for your eyes and is off the scale insanity, just a total banquet of madness. I tell you, a banquet of delirium, punching and kicking, beating up the bad guys mayhem that will leave you drooling as you leave the cinema, especially if you're a fan of these kinds of films. Oh, and the very clever intro fight scene with the opening credits is up there with one of my favourites. Insanity and the use of the bones for the credits. Very smart cookies. This scene will thrust you into the action and is a true masterpiece of filmmaking. The use of special effects and makeup is also at the highest level again, and especially impressive are the scenes when using the abilities of the characters and their incredible regeneration skills to add to the flavour of this particular film. So in summary, this has got it all, from blatant laughter, crazy stunts, madness everywhere you look, the parallel worlds, the one-liners, a treat with the return of old characters, and the most wonderful visual effects that solidify a good and fun watch with this film. This is probably one that you will watch as a good one-time watch, and I would personally say that it is the action scenes, the super satisfying soundtrack, the jokes and the chemistry that will make this a worthwhile watch. But like I say, the storyline could have been sharpened up a little bit. This film successfully combines the spirit of the old tapes, coupled with the excellent freshness of the modern Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is a proper celebration of the history of classic superhero cinema and stands as a wonderful tribute to all the best that we have seen on our screens in recent decades. A spectacular endeavour, so well done. After waiting so long for this moment, this film was beyond fun. It was unique, lovingly wholesome, full of surprises, touching and epic in many ways, with Reynolds, Jackman and Levi pouring out their hearts for this movie to give the fans exactly what they demanded. Deadpool and Wolverine is not afraid to be bold and unusual, and the script skillfully touches in many ways on the themes of friendship, loyalty, devotion, sincerity and heroism. This film also stands out for its great action sequences and powerful and yet thoughtful choreography of the battle scenes. In comparison, Deadpool 1 and 2 are still my favourites. They were the perfect ratio of comedy to action, but this one is fan service at its very best. It is an entertaining, fun summer blockbuster that gives you what you've paid for, so enjoy having an absolute field day with all of the references.